At a glance, Antelope Canyon feels impossible. Ribbons of stone, twisted and carved, as if a giant sculptor had brushed through. But then, light breaks in. Thin, divine beams pierce the shadows, like nature itself is painting with photons. No filter, no tricks, just earth, sun, and time. What makes this place the most photographed slot canyon in the world isn't just geology. It's reverence, it's stillness, it's spiritual. Over millions of years, flash floods poured through soft Navajo sandstone. Not once or twice, but again and again. Each rush of water shaved a new layer, a new curve, a new texture. What looked smooth was once violent. Destruction turned into design. This is the paradox of Antelope Canyon. Its peace is born from chaos. A sculpture written by erosion. From late spring to midsummer, between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. A miracle happens. Light beams appear, only for minutes. Photographers wait for hours, for that one shot. But even then, the beam moves, it fades, it returns. Catching it is like chasing a whisper of time. That's what makes it precious. It's not always there, and maybe it's not supposed to be. To the Navajo people, Antelope Canyon is more than beauty. It's a sanctuary. They call it, say, Biganalini, the place where water runs through rocks. It's a living spirit, not a tourist site. Walking here means showing respect. Silence is part of the experience. The shapes in the stone aren't random. They echo symbols, guardians, ancestors. It's not just geology. It's story, belief, and memory, etched in red walls. Inside the slot canyon, light doesn't behave like light. It bends, glows, diffuses, sliding over rock like liquid gold. Some walls seem to burn. Others melt into shadow. And then there's silence. A heavy, velvet kind of quiet. Like the earth is holding its breath. You don't just see Antelope Canyon. You feel it like a heartbeat, beneath layers of sandstone and time. Slot canyons are narrow for a reason. They trap light, forcing it to stretch, scatter, and dance. Antelope Canyon is the perfect canvas for this game. Sunlight enters vertically, but exits in ripples, twisting across every grain of sandstone. That's why photographers call it a lens dream. Because light here doesn't just illuminate. It performs. Every frame feels staged by nature itself. Every year, thousands come, armed with tripods, lenses, filters, and hope. They chase a perfect angle. Wait for that beam to land just right. Some spend hours for a single frame. Others return again and again. Why? Because the canyon never repeats itself. It shifts. Every hour, every season. A new masterpiece waits just out of reach. Inside the canyon, your voice feels too loud. Even whispers bounce like echoes in a temple. It's not just quiet. It's intentional. Many Navajo guides walk without speaking. They let the walls do the talking. They say the canyon holds memory. And silence is how you listen. So you walk slowly, letting the light guide your thoughts, not your words. Light in Antelope Canyon reveals more than shape. It reveals what's hidden. A face in the wall. A wave frozen in stone. Even animals seem to appear. An eagle, a coyote, a lion. It's pareidolia, yes. But maybe it's also ancestral design. Maybe these forms weren't accidents, but spirits waiting for the right angle. And the right light. You don't take from Antelope Canyon. You receive. But only if you arrive with stillness. No shouting, no rushing. Just be present. Feel the grain beneath your fingers. Let the light pass through you. And when you leave, leave quietly, because something sacred remains behind. And it's not yours to carry, only to witness. The canyon's curves are beautiful, but without light, they're invisible. It's the sun that does the storytelling. Every minute, it redraws the walls, etching new lines, shifting colors, deepening shadows. This isn't a static sculpture. It's a living gallery, curated by the sky. And light. Light is the artist. Always painting, always moving, never repeating. The colors shift. Not from pigment, but from light's angle. Orange turns to blood red. Purple sneaks into the shadows. Gold ignites where sun touches stone. Some say it's like walking inside a fire. Others say it's like walking through a dream. Neither are wrong. Because here, color doesn't follow rules. It follows rhythm. Sometimes it feels like the canyon's whispering. Not with sound, but with presence. The way shadows settle. The way light brushes across your shoulder. Like a quiet hand guiding you forward. It's subtle, but it stays with you. Long after you've left, you'll remember that whisper and wonder if it was the canyon or something older. Long ago, Navajo elders warned, don't underestimate the canyon. It may look calm, but its history runs deep. Flash floods claimed lives here. The walls remember. Every polished surface once felt the fury of water. So when you walk here, you walk through a memory. A quiet, beautiful memory, layered with danger and respect. Look closely. The canyon isn't random. Its shapes form arcs, spirals, perfect negative space. Geometry lives in the chaos. To some, that's math. To others, that's divine design. Stand at the right angle, and a shape opens, like a keyhole to something sacred. That's not coincidence. It's precision born from time, and a quiet kind of grace. There's a moment when dust rises in the beam. It turns the air golden, like fireflies caught in honey. This isn't just a visual trek. It's part of the performance. The light needs the dust. Without it, the beam vanishes. They're inseparable. Two elements dancing, briefly seen. In that short window, you don't just see beauty. You see balance. The light beams only appear a few weeks a year. Why? Because the sun must be high, directly overhead. Just a few degrees off. And the canyon stays in shadow. It's cosmic choreography. The earth tilts. The sun waits. And for a few brief days, everything aligns. Miss it and you wait another year. That's why the beams matter. They're not just light. They're timing made visible. Despite its beauty, this place can turn deadly. Summer storms miles away can trigger flash floods. Without warning, the canyon fills in minutes. A wall of water sweeps through, scrubbing everything in its path. That's why local guides study the skies, not just the stones, because beneath the silence is power. And the canyon, though peaceful, remembers how to roar. Every trail through Antelope Canyon echoes footsteps, not of tourists, but of ancestors. Before cameras and guided tour, this was a place of ceremony and solitude. Elders walked here to pray, to listen, and in those silent passages, they believed the canyon spoke back. Today, we walk the same path, but only if we listen quietly. We might still hear them. They call it painted, but there are no brushes here. Only light. And stone. No artist, yet every curve feels intentional. No gallery, yet people travel halfway across the world just to witness it. This isn't a painting you look at. It's one you walk through. And somehow, the deeper you go, the more it feels like the light was waiting for you. There's no music here. No hum of cities. Only the rhythm of your breath. And the occasional hush of wind through stone. That silence, it's thick. It absorbs your thoughts. Makes you walk slower. Makes you listen harder. It's not empty. It's intentional. As if the canyon itself chose silence. So we could finally hear. Once you spot them, you can't unsee them. A lion's head. A human profile. A spiral like a galaxy, frozen in stone. The canyon is full of faces, forms, and illusions. Pareidolia. Maybe. Or maybe it's something more. A message carved by wind and time. You don't need to understand it. You just need to see it. And feel what it stirs inside you. It's easy to think light is the star here. But really, it's the shadows that shape the show. Without darkness, the light means nothing. It's the contrast that makes every beam glow. The blackened hollows, the deep veins of stone. They give context to the brilliance. In Antelope Canyon, light doesn't just shine. It emerges. There's always a moment. After the photo is taken. After the light fades. When the crowd moves on. That's the moment no one captures. The canyon breathes again. It exhales. It returns to stillness. And if you stay, if you linger, you'll witness something more honest than any picture. The canyon without performance. When you leave Antelope Canyon, you carry something with you. Not sand, not photos, but light. It lingers in your memory. In the way you notice shadows. In the way you pause at sunrises. The canyon changes how you see. It's not about what you captured. It's about what it showed you. And how light, once seen like this, never looks the same again. Sometimes it feels like the canyon is watching. Not in a haunting way, but in a knowing one. Like it's seen centuries pass, and recognizes every new visitor. You walk in thinking you're observing beauty. But slowly, you realize you're being observed too. By walls shaped by memory. By wind. And maybe by something older than both. The canyon doesn't speak in words. It speaks in patience. In layers. Each line in the wall is a story. Not told in minutes, but in centuries. It teaches without preaching. That beauty can be slow. That silence holds weight. And that the greatest shapes in life aren't made in a rush, but by pressure, persistence, and time. After rain, the canyon glows differently. Its walls darken. Richer, deeper. Drops linger like stars on the stone. Reflections ripple in silence. It's rare, and few ever see it. But in that soaked silence, the canyon feels younger, like it's just been reborn. The dust settles, the light returns, and the walls, they breathe. You walk out of the canyon, but it doesn't leave you. Its curves echo in your memory. You see shadows differently. You slow down. You listen more. You stop searching for perfect light. and start noticing the quiet ones. Because Antelope Canyon isn't just a place. It's a rhythm you carry, long after the footsteps fade. If you ever get the chance, don't just visit Antelope Canyon. Enter it. Wait for the light. Let the silence speak. Let the walls teach. And if it moves you, don't keep it to yourself. Share the story. Because this isn't just a place worth seeing. It's a place worth remembering. And it's waiting, painted by light, and ready for you.